Hey guys, it's Barney here, back for another video, and today I have a quick unboxing on the Onyx wireless controller for the PS4. This is a third-party controller, official licensed product however, as you can see the stamp just there, and it is by the guys at Hori. This company, I see a lot of different accessories for the PlayStation 4. I believe they even do stuff for the Xbox One, and they did of course make loads of different accessories for the PS3 and Xbox 360. Whether they still do anything for those consoles I'm not too sure, but of course we are moving on by now, and pretty much everyone has a PS4 or an Xbox One nowadays. They may even do stuff for PC, but I'm not too sure. I haven't looked into that because I'm not a PC gamer. Now this controller retails for around £5 of a difference compared to a DualShock 4 itself, but looking at the box already I have noticed a few things that are missing, so whether the price difference is worth it I'm not too sure as of yet, but that's where the full review will come in. Like I said, this is a quick unboxing, so let's get to it. We have of course on the front the picture of the controller itself, and it's gone for that typical style of the Xbox controller, as most third parties do. I believe the reason this is done is because the majority of gamers do say this style controller is preferred. However, if you are a PlayStation user and you've been using PlayStation since the PS1, you are of course going to prefer the DualShock to anything else. Of course, me personally, I do not have a problem with that controller. I have used this style before. It takes a while for me to get used to it of course, but it's nothing too bad. But of course, like I said, in the full review I'll give my opinions on what I find with it. So the side of the box here, we do get a little rundown on its specifications. It gives you that there. Now the things I will probably focus on the most will be, I'll give it a go on the range for the full review, see how far it can actually go, whether that's a thing you need. Most people are playing the computer in their bedroom, so it's probably not a problem, but if you are in a large living room and you've got a long distance from your sofa to your TV, then that might be something you want to look out on. The charge time, I will see if it is up to 2 hours, I'll let you know on that, and also the play time is saying 6 hours. Now I will check that compared to the DualShock 4 and see if we are getting 6 hours from this Onyx controller itself. To the side of the boxes here we get the contents. So you have one controller and instruction manual included, and that's about it. And then onto the back of the box here it says get to grips with dual offset sticks, an innovative touchpad and immersive vibration feedback. But here it does say light bar, built-in speaker, stereo headset jack, motion sensor and USB cable are not included in this controller. Now of course USB cables, you probably have many around. You do of course get one included with your PS4 console itself, so that will just plug straight in to charge it up, or if you want to play by wired, which would be a little bit pointless to go out and buy a wireless controller if you want to do the wired feature. But anyway, you are missing those features, so like I say, for that £5 less to lose all those things, it could have probably been a little cheaper. However, I haven't used it yet, so I can't really come to that conclusion just yet. So let's quickly open this up and take a look at the controller itself. Now I will have links all down in the video description of where you can buy, so you can find the best deal. Of course I always do like to recommend Amazon because they're just always the cheapest. So opening the box, nothing else in there, just very simple packaging. You get your instruction manuals, how to connect. It's probably just a simple way, plug in the cable, plug it into your console, press the power button, away you go, the usual stuff. And here is the controller itself. So let's take an up close look there. Very nice controller actually. It's a little bit rounded, which is nice, probably goes good for comfort there. Let's flip it over to the back. Onto the back, it is all a plastic design, but you have this textured finish here, probably to give a better grip while playing. Now, as it said, there is no headphone jack there, no 3.5mm port for your headphones, so if you have a wired headset, it's not going to be a good controller for that. Analogues, they feel very nice, probably a little stiff, but that's just something you get with a new controller. It's nice that it's got the concave design. You have the share options and the power button just there. You do get a little light indicator, so it'll probably show, if you're using multiple of these, it'll show a different colour for the different player. You have your X, square, triangle and circle, as you do. Your shoulder buttons, R2 and L2. I'm not so sure on the triggers, because you got these plastic bits here as you're pressing, they don't really go too far in. That's quite, yeah, I'm not too sure about that. The light's still flashing now. I did press it once, it flashed once and stopped, and I pressed and held it again, so I'm not too sure why it's sort of trying to do a pairing mode. I don't know. The D-pad there, it's a little bit spongy. Not very nice D-pad actually. You will probably end up pressing one of the directions and it will probably give you the other. That's what it feels like it's going to be. Let me just grab a controller to compare it. So if we get a DualShock 4, just compare size difference. They're around the same size. I just want to go to the triggers here. Yeah, the triggers are not so great. The R2 and L2, they're really spongy, and where it's got this plastic here, it's sort of like restricting as you press, whereas of course if you go on the R2 and L2 here, you've got nothing restricting as you're pressing, and it does seem to travel a lot further. But I will pick that up in the full review, of course. This was just a quick unboxing and a quick look. You do have your touchpad, again very spongy feel and rather cheap feeling, if I'm going to be honest. It's fairly light. Yeah, for the price so far, it doesn't seem worth paying that much for this, when for an extra few quid you can get the actual DualShock 4 itself. Because for third-party controllers, it's for people who don't really want to be spending, because these can go up to £50 a time for a new controller, and you don't really want to be spending that. You want to be going for a cheaper alternative if you're someone who doesn't really have that much to go spending every time you break a controller, if you're a rage quit gamer for example. But yeah, like I say, I'm going to have to use this, see how it plays, and then I will of course come back with a full review. But yeah, that was just a quick unboxing on the Onyx wireless controller from Hori. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure of course to like the video, subscribe if you are new, don't forget to turn on notifications so you get notified every time I upload. Also, go ahead and check me out on my Facebook page, Twitter and Google+, because then if you do not get notified here on YouTube when I upload, you will always be notified over on my social media, because I'll link the video there as it's uploaded. Thanks guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. I have a few coming, a few more unboxings, and of course the review for this will be later down the line, around 2 weeks maybe. That'll give me enough time to get to grips with it. Thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.